first question is about Kemco. The first question that I'm gonna answer today is about Kemco. Really, dude? No. The answer is no. Will you do a JRPG series on the Kemco JRPGs? No. I don't really care for them. You know, my story with Kemco starts all the way back to 2000 and something, 2000 probably 12 or 13, I think. I think it was 2013 when I first got my first PSP. And that's when I started, you know, going ape shit with RPGs after RPGs, you know. I wanted to play them all, every single RPG on the PSP. And I started with some of the big ones, you know, JRPGs, all those juicy strategy RPGs and all those turn-based RPGs and some other action RPGs. You know, I remember some of my first games were Trails in the Sky, Phantasy Star Portable, Hexis Force, you know, a lot of hidden gems, you know, Spectral Souls, etc. And then I played a little digital-only game called Mystic Chronicles. And before I get into that game, you need to understand that, you know, Kemco didn't develop those RPGs. I mean, you've been seeing, because Mystic Chronicle was the first one, you know, Mystic Chronicle, a turn-based classic RPG, 8-bit looking style RPG, and I loved it, by the way. You know, I thought it was a great game, and for those of you who have watched that shitty slideshow video that I did over 8 years ago that has like almost 800,000 views for no reason. I don't know why that video has so many views. And not that I'm complaining, but you know, Mystic Chronicles was there. It shouldn't have been there, but it was there. The point is that I really enjoy the game, and I, like many of you, you know, I thought it was, you know, a Kemco RPG developed by Kemco. No, Kemco is just the publisher of all those RPGs that are actually indie RPGs from Japan, from many studios over there, small studios. The one who created Mystic Chronicles and others like Revenant Saga, As Divine Hearts, and Antiquia Lost, you know, all of those games is a company called, a small indie studio from Japan called X-Create, Exec.Create, something like that. You know, I don't know how to pronounce that shit, man. You know, X-Create, let's call them X-Create. And well, I found out they were the same developers as Mystic Chronicle that I had enjoyed on the PSP, and then I got into games like Revenant Sagas, Divine Hearts, and those types of games, and that's when I noticed, you know, these games were kind of generic, kind of forgettable, not very memorable. Revenant Saga was still fun, but I never finished it because I just lost interest. Mystic Chronicle, I did finish it and I loved it, you know, but just not a single Kemco RPG that I've ever played. It's not like I've played like, you know, 20, no, probably not even 10, I think. And they just felt very generic to me. They're not bad games at all, but they're not great either. You know, they're just kind of there, you know, and that's it. So, I don't think I'll ever do a video on Kemco. First and foremost, I don't think there's going to be a lot of interest. And second, no. X-Create, CXC, that company, man, nobody knows how to pronounce that company. You know, how these companies come up with those weird-ass names, man. Anyway, yeah, no Kemco video. Coming up soon.